Hello, and welcome back to the Myers Park High School Student Government Association's podcast series, the Park Podcast. My name is Alex, and I'm a sophomore representative. On today's episode, we will be covering the college application process. Today, we have some seniors from the graduating class of 2020 and Miss Cheryl to answer the most frequently asked questions about applying for college.
Thanks, Alex. I'm Kate, a rising senior representative. With me, I have Myers Park counselor Mrs. Cheryl to answer some of my college questions. My first question is, what does the general timeline of applying for college look like?
Applications each summer do not open for the class of 2021, in this case, until August 1st. Colleges and universities that are on the Common App, students can go ahead and create their account and begin filling out the Common App, but actually adding the colleges and submitting applications cannot be done until August 1st. If you are a junior, a current member of the class of 2021, we hope that you've already had a meeting at least once with your Myers Park counselor in the last couple of weeks. And if not, we do encourage you to do so that we can answer these questions and more for you because your college application process begins this summer.
Next, do you have any advice for writing college essays? How do I know what to write about and what colleges are looking for?
The purpose of the essay is to let admissions counselors know who you are outside of your qualifications, what makes you stand out. Colleges want a feel for who you are and who you possibly could be on their campus. Not a resume of your accomplishments. They're looking for you to explain to them who you are. Your extracurriculars will be listed in your Common App, in your extracurricular part of the Common App or a regular application. But this essay is a place for you in writing to explain who you are. Show colleges who you are through anecdotal information or examples. For example, if you're considerate, perhaps you might tell a story or give an example of how you have displayed that consideration. Don't try to write what you think someone will want to hear. Write about something that interests you or something that you may be passionate about. Perhaps there's something that makes you different. This whole essay should be about you. If you can share how you contribute to our current community, our Myers Park community, or Charlotte, without listing all those opportunities, but that you show through them what your gifts are and what your gifts you will bring to a collegiate community. Proofread and do have others proofread your work, but do not have anyone else write your essay. Colleges have told us time and time again they can tell when a 17-year-old has written an essay and when a 40-year-old has written an essay. At times, you may want to explain a situation or some difficult times that perhaps your list of extracurriculars or your transcript doesn't reflect. Choose how you want to explain this. Don't be a victim, but choose how you want to explain it and how you've grown from that. Again, this essay is a chance for you to showcase who you are and be authentically who you are. If a close friend or a family member reads your application essay and says, "This is so you," then you know you have hit the mark. There is no right or wrong way to write your essay as long as you are truly who you are and you make it your own.
Are there topics to avoid when writing essays?
College reps have told us in the past that they've really tired of reading essays about mission trips, of an advantaged, privileged youth going to an underdeveloped country and recognizing poverty. It's kind of been overdone. Same with I blew out my knee and I came back and rehabbed and led my team to the state championship. That too has become overdone and cliched. Not to say that they won't read an essay about a mission trip or an essay about a sports injury, but just be careful of how overused that can be. This year also, they are not encouraging students to write about COVID. In fact, the Common App has added a place in their application where you can explain, where a current junior can explain how COVID has impacted them. But your essay should be more about you and less about our pandemic.
How important are test scores to getting accepted? How do I know if my scores are good enough?
This is a tricky one. This can really kind of depend on the particular school in which you are applying. Through Naviance and through college websites, you can see what the average test score is for students that have been admitted to that specific school, and you can aim for that score or be around that average. But this year, for the class of 2021, I hope you are paying attention that many schools are going test optional. Stay in contact with us through our social media sites, our Instagram and our website, because on a daily basis, we are learning about more and more colleges that are going test optional for the class of 2021. We're hoping that due to COVID, that there will be less emphasis on standardized testing this year and perhaps going forward. We understand that this is a place of anxiety for many students.
Finally, what should I do in the summer to get me on track for fall applications?
In the summer before your senior year, students should be researching colleges and universities that interest you. During non-COVID times, it's a time to visit colleges. Rising seniors should be creating their Common App account and working on getting much of that completed and thinking about and drafting your application essays. We also hope that the class of 2021 has contacted at least one teacher to write a recommendation letter. This summer, the class of 2021 can participate in many virtual tours. Each college is having to figure out how to market themselves and how to attract students virtually. So we encourage you to visit schools' websites to gain additional knowledge about their schools. We also encourage you to follow their Instagram accounts, not only the official Instagram account for the college, but perhaps some organizations that you might be interested in being involved in to get a true student's perspective. We thank the SGA for giving us this opportunity to be a part of their podcast. We also encourage all of you, especially if you're rising seniors, if you've not been in contact with your Myers Park counselor, to please do so. We are here to help make the college application process go as smooth and as stress-free as possible, and we thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for answering my questions. Now that we have the basic information on college applications, let's head over to Martin with questions for a graduating senior.